Hey, hey, hey. It's Friday night and it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guess who this is? Your vision coach, Alicia. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. I am doing awesome tonight. And tonight, start sharing out. Go to my page and share it to someone else's page so they can join us and be here with us tonight. Get yourself some water, get yourself something to drink, and come on in and sit around the table. Tonight I have me some chai tea. I'm sitting around the table with some cold chai tea. Today has been quite a busy day, but I never forget on Friday nights that I have to come around the table. So listen, tonight I am excited as always, because I have a guest with me tonight that we're going to just sit around and chop it up for a little while. And I want you to tune in, share. Okay? This is being broadcast on YouTube. You could go to my YouTube channel. You could go to my business page channel, and they're all Boss Business Coaching. And so tonight we're going to get started and we're going to have a conversation as we do every Friday night. You just never know who is going to come and sit around the table with me, unless that is that you check out my Facebook page and you see who my guest is going to be. So tonight we are going to talk about boutiques for the rest of the month. Last week, we had our fashion extravaganza on Fashionista. And so tonight, let me bring up with me my dear friend. And here she is, Carla. Hi, how you doing tonight?
Hi, Apostle. I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. Listen, you can go ahead and share this out if you'd like. Just go to my Facebook page, grab it on my Facebook page, and share it out to your friends so that they could come on in and join us as we have this conversation. We like to just sit around and talk for a minute about what's going on in the boutique world. And so what grabbed my attention, why I knew I wanted to have you on for just a conversation, was I absolutely loved your logo. Absolutely love your logo. And I was going to put a picture of it up here and I just forgot. But your logo was so unique and so special that it made me say I have to have her on my show as one of my guests when I do the boutique part of this show. So Carla, what is the name of your boutique?
Yes, ma'am. The name of my boutique is Yvette's Dressing Room.
Yvette's Dressing Room. And where is it located?
Well, now it is strictly online. It's an online boutique.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's it.
And I guess you came up with the name Yvette's Boutique because Yvette is really your name, but
My
we
middle
call you
name.
Caller. It's your middle name, so it's Caller Yvette. So it's
Hmm.
Yvette Boutique. Listen, her logo is a very unique. It's a hanger, and then it has the name Yvette across it. So I'm gonna put it in the chat after we're finished so y'all can see it because that's what really inspired me. So let's talk about transition with your boutique because you said now it is online. That means that you had a brick and mortar place before. So what was that like having that?
So, when I had my brick and mortar, it was actually inside of a hair salon. I had the entire middle section, um, and inside of my boutique was like a lounging area. And my customers would come in, and they always seemed to just sit down and talk, even if they didn't buy anything. They would sit down
Hmm.
and talk. I had some very inspirational conversations. Either they inspired me or I inspired them in some sort of way. Um, and it gave me fuel uh, to keep going with
And
the boutique journey.
how how long did you have the brick and mortar boutique?
6 months. I
Six
did that for
months.
6 months. Hmm.
Okay, and then you transition online. So were you finding as an entrepreneur that it was difficult for you to actually keep your store as a brick and mortar, and that's why you made the change?
Yes, location is everything. Although I had
Yes.
great conversations and all,
Okay.
it's just the location. The location was not great for my vision.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
ooh, that's a good. Let's lead in there. So, what was your vision?
My vision is still this nice size building. On the inside of it is brick. Even the
Uh huh.
walls on the inside is brick. Um, the lighting is dimmer. There's it's large space for our sit downs. So it's
Okay.
not just a shopping experience. It's
I
also
see.
where they
More
can
of a
sit,
social type
a social time.
environment.
Hmm.
Okay. So let's narrow it down a little bit. What i- is your clientele like?
Hmm.
Do you expect to have the same clientele that you had in the brick and mortar as you go online, or because of this transition that you've had to go through and make, have has your vision changed?
No, actually, this is setting me up to build my clientele, um, and to actually cause my vision to come into fruition. I want to reach a broader crowd of women, all
Okay.
sizes, all different backgrounds.
Okay. So
Mhm.
that's the question. So your niche is not, let's say, just for sake of using this, it's not just church folk, it's everybody dressing, whoever your clientele is a well-rounded clientele. So do you have clothing for youth to the more, okay, so you have a broad variety. I'm having a little problem with my monitor. If you would give me just a second so I can
Yes,
fix
ma'am.
that, and then we could continue this conversation because it's really difficult sometimes to do this when it is not functioning the way you want it to function. Okay, let's go. I think what has happened is because I started a little bit earlier, we got kind of kicked out of my queue. So we're gonna keep going. So with your boutique, how do you get vendors to supply your need?
Okay. Um, at times I go to an apparel show. There's a big one that they have quarterly in Atlanta. They have them in
Atlanta?
Atlanta
Uh,
and LA, but I haven't made it to the one in LA. But the one in Atlanta is this mall. It's huge. It has like 14 stories. And this way I can actually put my hands on the clothing. Uh,
okay.
and I can see the quality. I can feel the quality. I'm also able to reach a younger crowd because my 16, she's 16. When I first started, she was like 14, 15. She helps me shop also. So she covers the younger crowd, and
Okay. So
yeah.
so you have an assistant
Hmm.
to help you so that you may not be as trendy in that area.
Right.
She can see what you can't see, so it helps you to shop for that. That's smart. And you said
Yes.
she's 16?
She's 16 now. When we started, she was like 14, going on 15. Hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'm familiar with the Dallas Mart and the LA Mart. I used to be a buyer at one time. I've never been to the Atlanta Mart, so I'm not familiar with that. But I love the intrigue of going shopping. My big deal was I liked spending other people's money. I liked being the buyer for the boutique, the store that I managed, because I could spend their money. It wasn't like I was spending my money, and then when I spent their money, I got to pick out things for myself as well. So it was
Hmm.
really a great shopping experience. So, like I said, I've been to the Dallas, I've been to the California Mart. I think I've even gone to the Miami Mart, if I could remember, but I have never been to the Atlanta Mart. So tell me, your business is Yvette's Dressing Room. Is your business a sole proprietorship, or is it an LLC? Do you have partners in this business?
Right now, it's an LLC.
Okay, great, great. See, because the thing about becoming an entrepreneur, we have to learn how to really protect ourselves. And I know that an LLC gives you that extra protection that you need. So I'm glad that that was your choice. Now, have you ever been in any other type of business prior to being in this business?
Um, as in my own business.
Yes.
Um, well, I would say yes, I have. I'm also a licensed esthetician.
Okay.
I'm a licensed a lot of things, but I'm also a licensed esthetician. So I did try I did start my own business. As a matter of fact, Yvette's dressing room used to be Yvette's gentleman because when I first got my esthetician license, I was gearing toward um, just catering to men
Okay.
facials, um, just beautifying men or making them feel good, and that's how it actually started. But things get weird in there, so I kind of backed
That's
out of
really
that.
kind of funny that you said that, because we have that in common. That's how I got started in the beauty industry. Umpteen years ago, I was an esthetician as well. I owned my own shop here in the Virgin Islands, and yeah, and that's what I did, for a while. And then I transitioned and went to California and got into other aspect of the beauty business, but always were trying to do things as an entrepreneur, because deep down in my spirit, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And so it's not the easiest thing in the world, but what I find that is great is what you've done when you don't give up, but you go through a transition and find a different way. So tell me now about your journey that you began doing your business online. Does it feel like it's going to be different for you than when you were doing the brick and mortar? Do you see yourself in a different place?
Actually, to be honest with you, I thought it would be easier than it really is. I find that it actually takes more work in terms of marketing because
Oh, yeah.
I don't have someone just walking into the hair salon and stumbling across my store, or the word of mouth. It's not spreading as fast as I thought it would. It will get
Uh-huh.
there, but
Okay.
yes, ma'am, I do find it different and challenging, but
And
it will be
challenging.
rewarding.
Yes, but the
Mm.
thing of it is starting over and not giving up. Because there when we think about entrepreneurship, and tonight that's what I've really titled this, the entrepreneur. Because a lot of times what happens is entrepreneurs do think that we're going to start something and we're going to make a lot of money and life is going to be, but it is work. It takes work, and it takes time, and it takes sacrifice to be able to do those things as an entrepreneur. So you are literally in this place of starting over. And so in the process of doing this, have you had to like switch vendors to try to do what you want to do? Is it different getting the same type of vendors online as you're doing, brick and mortar?
No, I have not switched vendors. Because like I said, when I started out, no, there have been a couple of vendors when I first started, before my brick and
Okay.
mortar,
Mm-hmm.
that the quality just was not there, and I knew to never purchase from them again. Um,
Okay.
but
Okay.
the several that I do have, like I said, I was able to go to the apparel shows and put my hands on these things. We also take a lot of time looking at reviews. If I go through reviews and the first five or six are bad, I don't care if it's three or four actually, then unless it says shipping took too long. But if it says something about the quality or bad customer service, then I cross them out too.
Oh,
But
so what I'm hearing from you is that quality is very important to you.
quality is very important to me. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you make sure that you are offering your clients quality. So then here is my next question to you, because I look at you and I think that you are very, I don't know what's going on tonight, that my lives are not um it's not on my YouTube. It's not showing on my YouTube, and I'm not getting any hits, and that's not like me. So I don't know what's going on here, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna just keep on going. But
Yes, ma'am.
being one of the things that I believe about you is that you have such exquisite how should I put it? I love how you dress. I like how
Mhm.
you put yourself together. And so I see you, and I think we've had this conversation about other aspect of your boutique life of being a personal stylist. So what do you think a personal stylist is, and is that something that you are looking forward to adding in the future to your, you know, all that you do?
Yes, ma'am. I thought you would never ask.
Oh,
um,
let's go, let's go.
actually, I have added that in my vision, my business plan. I've had
Yes.
my lawyer that helps me, that's helped me put together. Well, she already helped me put together my business plan, and I told her
Uh-huh.
about um that, and we have actually added that. We've incorporated that into it, and the vision that I had in my big boutique, it was like big a big space, and I had a place for what I didn't know was for that at first until you mentioned it to me, and yeah, that's what that space is going to be for over there, for my styling. You asked me
Okay.
what do I feel like a personal stylist
This is,
is.
yes, yes.
So a personal stylist, my job would be to help my customer fine attire, um, tailored to their style, according to their
Uh-huh.
body type, according to
Yeah.
their taste. But I also add my own twist to it because I like mixing up different patterns. I like
Okay.
plaids and flowers and camouflage and
Oh,
fluff and
wow.
all that type of stuff. So yeah,
Yes.
I like saying that to someone and they don't see it, but then when I put it together, they're like,
Yes.
"Oh,
Wow. I would
okay."
never have
So
thought about that. So yeah, so that's what a personal stylist actually does, I guess, bring out the best in a person. Um I also think helping to choose colors that are right for them and styles that are right for them as well. And so, with that, I just really am so excited for you, that you have ventured into this new place of not giving up, but understanding that there is a process to get into where you need to go to. Because even when we look back at successful people that we think are successful, let me use one of my favorite people. I love, love, love Tabitha Brown. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
hmm hmm
Tabitha Brown is the lady that was the vegan,
hmm
and it took her 20 years. But when she discovered that she was not going to give up and she was going to keep trying, lo and behold, that day that she went to Whole Foods and her entire life changed because she went live eating a sandwich live, and it went viral and has changed her entire life. So as entrepreneurs, we cannot give up because there's that one thing. When I think of a boutique or fashionista like you, my mind goes back. Do you remember? I don't know how old you are, but his name was, oh my goodness, it's MC Hammer. MC Hammer.
or his baggy pants and
He
yeah,
made
man.
those baggy pants global.
hmm
It takes one thing for you to do to turn things around as an entrepreneur. And as entrepreneurs who are Christian women in business, and we recognize that God is the one that is leading us in our business, all we have to do is ask him, because he says that there is this witty invention that he's going to give us. And so as you transition online with your business, as you are venturing out and becoming this stylist, keep that in mind, that God is going to drop that one download for you that is going to make the difference. So you've been in business, you were in business for 6 months in the store, and a couple of months ago you've transitioned to online. So would you say that you've been in business 8 months?
Well, actually, about 2 years
Oh, 2 years. Okay.
altogether.
Okay. So you didn't have the location at first.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So listen, I want to just say to you, thank you so much for coming and speaking with me tonight and telling us about Yvette's Closet. And I think that it is going to be great. I cannot wait until I see Yvette Closet live, doing her lives, showing her clothing, so that people are able to grab them from you online. I want to say I pray much success on this venture that you have, and keep going. Don't
Thank
give up.
you. Thank
Don't
you.
get, God is guiding and he's leading. Sometimes we don't see how he's doing things, but sometimes he wants us to pass the test. So thank you so much for sharing with us tonight about your boutique.
You're
And
welcome. Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna how do we get to your boutique? What is the website?
Website is www.Yevette'sCloset.com. that Yvette's dressing room. That's Yevette'sDressing Yevette'sDressingRoom.com.
Okay, Yevette'sDressingRoom.com. And you have
Yes.
sizes for just about
From
everyone.
extra small to 3X is what we have in stock
Ooh,
right
that's
now.
great. You have a wide range. That is awesome.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, Carla, Yvette, for coming on around the table and speaking with
You're
us
welcome.
tonight. Raise your glass with me and let's cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you,
God bless.
Apostle. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Listen, listen, listen. Tonight we are actually bringing in our pop-up guest tonight, awakening to more. And so I'm just so excited because this person I've known for a while. Welcome to Around the Table, Lakeisha Matisse. Hi,
Yes,
how are you tonight?
I am fabulous and wonderful, marvelous. How are you doing?
I'm going to use your words. I'm fabulous. I'm marvelous. And I'm so excited that you're here. I was trying to figure out what was going on with my views tonight because usually I have people that's in tune watching the show. And
Yeah,
tonight I'm not seeing people. So I'm trying to
well,
figure
let's
out
get it.
what's going on because I'm not seeing my YouTube up at all.
Okay.
But I want to welcome you to Around the Table tonight, where we sit and have casual conversations about what's going on and what we're doing. And listen, I
Mhm.
know that if I started to speak to you about all that you're doing, we will be here all night. So I've chosen to stick to an area with you where I feel safe, knowing
Yes,
that
ma'am.
we could talk about a couple of things where I can feel safe with you. And I'm going to stick with your authors um, and your personal coaching. And so
Mhm.
that's where we're going to stay today because we could be all over the place with you. So why don't you go ahead and tell the people a little bit about who you actually who you are?
Yes, hello everybody. I am Dula Lakeisha Matisse, and I'm a rebound and a reset coach, a facilitator, a doula, right? And basically, I help people to reclaim their lives and to rediscover their passion for life. You know, after life adversities knock you down, how do you rebound faster and more effectively to tap back into life to win? And that's like what it really about, because that's like one of the number one challenges for many of us is, you know, once we endure these hardships, how do we come back? How do we come back, you know, like rising like the phoenix, even better than before? What does this new normal look like for us? What does it mean for our lives? How do we pivot? How do we, you know, navigate these waters of when life is just so difficult? So that's what it's all about. And I'm so grateful to be here this evening with you. Oh my gosh, this is fabulous to be on your show again and just to be in space with you. So thank you very much
Thank
for having
you.
me on your show and podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am excited that you are here. So let's go here before we go to the other place. You said that you are a doula. What is a
Yes.
doula?
Well, see, there's many usually a doula is someone who you know, births helps women birth babies. It could be pre, mid, like during the person being pregnant, or actually excuse me, they have like post delivery sorts of um, supports that they provide. So for me, I
Okay.
have a doulaship. So my doulaship is basically meaning that I have an expertise in the area and I'm able to function as a coach, as a not just a coach, but as a consultant or as an advocate. So that's what my doulaship is. And I said it's a doulaship thing. Some of you will not understand. So that is my expertise. And that's how I'm able to function according to what the clients I work with, what they may need at that time. They may need me to
Yes.
put the hat of a consultant on. They may need me to bounce back over and put the hat of a coach on. And they may need me to turn back around and hold their hand or get in there for them to advocate when they feel that they're not able to do it in a way that is succinct and that's direct, and that what they need to try to, what they're based on what they're trying to do and what they're trying to get accomplished. So whichever role I need to play, I am there for the clients that I serve to do just that, because I love to see people I work with win. And I think that's a win-win situation. Absolutely.
Awesome. Yes, a win-win situation. Let's talk about, you are getting ready to participate in an entrepreneurship experience that has had me intrigued. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes. That's what actually was Shay Brown. Shout out to Shay Brown.
Shay Brown.
Yes.
Yes. I keep getting told you need to speak on one of his platforms, and I keep running.
Oh, it's about time. Shay
And my
Brown.
friends are doing it. So
Yes.
tell us about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the making of an entrepreneur. And basically it's where experts come on. We've got like 28 experts that come on his show. You have to go through the whole process of being selected in order to tell your story, tell your backstory about who you are, how you got where you're today, and the different lessons you've actually learned, and how you're going to the next level, and how you're making an impact in other people's lives. And I'm just so grateful to have been able to be a part of this collaboration. Another thing, I give a shout out to Dr. Sherol, because she's the one who provided this connection for me to be able to do so. So I'm so grateful for that as well, thinking of me, and I'm glad I went for it. And Shay Brown is the best. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, I understand that he is. And I am just so extremely, we use the word proud all the time, but there's not a other word that I can find to say right now. I am just definitely very proud of you, because I know some things personally that you have been going through and experiencing, but you have not stopped. You have put your foot in and you just keep going. And I love that about you. So tonight, you are my pop-up author, and this is your opportunity to tell us all about your book, everything that you want us to know about your book.
Okay. So yes, and I got the copy here from my book, Awaken to More: 8 Strategies to Rebound and Reset Your Life. And you know the backstory a little bit about this, how we came up with the title and everything, and how I had to revamp some things as well. So I'm very proud of this. This is actually a framework. It's a rebound and reset framework, and it actually helps people to be able to align themselves with their true values, with what they really want, to get clarity and about the choices and decisions they made, and be able to reframe. I believe like in reframing their mindset, the way that they think, how they perceive the different things that have actually taken place in their lives, because we can use it as a stepping stone for growth, or it can be something that keeps us in stagnation. And one of the chapter 1 is called the power to choose, because even in the darkest hours, even when the times are very difficult for us, that we're going through things, when life comes out of nowhere and just smacks us around, when we feel like we're down for the count, we don't feel like that we can rise, to be able to conquer what's going on, or to overcome. We don't just have to overcome. I believe that we can overcome victoriously, but there's some strategy that has to be used in doing that. And resiliency is a big part of it, and being able to understand how do you learn the skill set of adaptability as well. It's something that we have to now, because we know better, we can do better. And after, for me, after being hit again and again, ever since, like, I was 8 years old, sitting in a courtroom on a court stand, and the lawyer coming over to me and saying, point out the person who did these things to you. You're asking an 8-year-old little girl to testify against a family friend who had violated her. How do I get that strength? I had to make a decision. I had to make a choice, because I wanted to move. I was vulnerable then, right? But I wanted to move from a place of vulnerability to a place of power. I didn't want to play victim anymore. I wanted to take my power back and say, hey, I can choose to do what I want to do with this, because I can craft this story the way I want to craft this story. And I can continue to move forward in my capacity to move forward and learn how to navigate and pivot through the storms, the trials, the tribulations, and the things that are sent to take me out and to try to hold me down. I have a choice. And Wayne Dyer has this quote that I always read because it's really powerful. It says, with everything that has happened to you, you can either feel sorry for yourself or treat what has happened as a gift. Everything is either an opportunity to grow or an obstacle to keep you from growing. So do we choose? You have the power to choose. Will you choose to grow? Or will you choose to stop growing? Will you choose to be victorious, or will you choose to stay the victim? See, there's a choice that we have to make. And when we decide to put on that warrior spirit, when we decide to allow the light that resides in us to be the most powerful thing that we can tap into, and really tap into who we are in our identity, who we are, and we believe it, and we take him by his word, and we stand on faith, and it's unwavering that no matter what happens, I'm still standing. I'm still standing.
Oh my goodness. And the name of your book is again
Awaken to more. We need to awaken to more possibilities, awaken to more that what we can actually do with the little that you may even have right now, your little opportunities you may feel you have. Just awaken to more, and you will understand that you're able to tap into life and able to draw out of life what it is that you're seeking. You want to win in your situations, right? Well, you have to set yourself up in such a way that allows you to do just that. You got to use the strategies, and it's like awaken to more, 8 strategies to rebound and reset your life.
That is awesome. So how can we get your book, and how much is it?
Yes, it's on Amazon, and I've really made it cost effective. It's only $12.99 to get your hands on this book, which can catapult your life and can change your life and to make a difference. Read it in your groups, with your women's groups. Read it. Take it and give it to somebody that you know that is going through a very difficult time, or somebody who wants to shift their paradigm, shift their life. They're ready to tap back into life. They're betting on themselves. They're saying, I know I can do this. Help them to get the second win that they need to come out victorious and to rise to greater heights. And guess what? I'm just so excited for people to get their hands on this framework that is able to really change their lives, and as they choose to awaken to more.
Oh, thank you so much for popping up tonight and letting us know about your book, $12.99 on Amazon.com. Awaken to more. You've been asleep too long, so it's time for you to wake up and discover more about you. 8 steps or principles.
8 strategies. Yeah,
8 strategies to awaken to more. So we want to say thank you to author and personal coach Lakeisha Matisse for coming in and being our pop-up book tonight. Thank you so much. God bless you. And listen, continue to stay fabulous.
And Apostle, on that note, I would say I started from the bottom. Now I'm rising to the top. Despite all odds, still I rise from the ashes to greater heights. And so can you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, everyone, you have been sitting around the table with me. I am Vision Coach Alicia, and every Friday night, I am here at 8 p.m. with a guest. This month, we are featuring boutique owners, and we had with us tonight Yvette's Closet. Thank you, Yvette, for being our special guest tonight, telling us all about your business. And I also want to say thank you for our pop-up author tonight, Coach Lakeisha Matisse. So until next Friday night, come on back and sit around the table with me. So until then, I am your vision coach, and I'll see you next week.